Hello everybody and welcome back to F1 TS Hub. We are here for another Friday night for our Podium tier, which is going to kick off at 7 p.m. and for round 3. Alongside me, of course, is Sean. We commentate on the Podium tier together this season. Welcome to the commentary box, Sean.
Thank you very much, and yeah, I don't know, you can say it, but we are doing a little bit different for now, because there's something happened with one of the drivers on this deal.
We're doing a lap of honor. We've done this in the past for drivers, and this one is for AR Gizmo. Our thoughts are with him after a personal issue has meant he's not able to race with us anymore this season, and all of our thoughts are with him and his family at this time. And his teammate Zeke is going to lead the drivers round so they can complete a lap of honor and show their respect. So thank you for all the drivers for doing this, and Gizmo, this one's for you. All of us at F1 TS Hub are thinking about you, and yeah, wish you all the best. So yeah, this one's for you, Gizmo. So as the drivers cross the line, Sean, they'll all retire from the session This is just a practice session we added on to our standard qualifying and race. So they should all cross the line, and that is the lap of honor for Gizmo. Very emotional, and very proud of these all these drivers who, you know, did this tonight. Really shows that we love to race, but first and foremost, Sean, we're all friends.
Yes, we did, and I think in this kind of situations, you know, just you have to just support each other. And for this terrible thing what happened with Gizmo, you know, just I hope he gets through it, because what happened is just very terrible, and hope he gets through this. So also my fault is with his family, friends, and everyone that is with him. So hope you get through it, Gizmo.
Well, we will wait for the next session to begin, and then Sean, we will be back to racing. Of course, it'll be a little numb tonight, but you know, we still have a show to put on, and you know, Gizmo would want us to race as hard as we can, and particularly his team as well, and his teammate, his Force India. Hopefully, he can have a really good result here tonight.
Yes, I hope so as well. And yeah, even though we have to go further in the race, you know, but hopefully Zach can have a good race, you know, just qualifying pretty well on the circuit. It is a tough one, especially on the tires. So if he maybe can do something different and even get a very good result, then I think he should be very, very proud of that.
Yes, definitely. So we've got 15 drivers here tonight, a few absences, and Sean, we've, as you mentioned, China, a tough circuit on tyres. Drivers have 18 minutes now to decide their qualifying position. Of course, this, just to remind everyone, is the Podium tier. This is our 7 PM tier F1 TS hub, and we are looking forward to getting underway. Pole position last time was dominated by the Red Bull driver Danestar. Liam in the Renault, he's had some poor luck. Do you think this is going to be the track? This is the round? Tonight's the night where he bounces back?
I think he can bounce this back, but I think only when he's going to do a different strategy than Danestar was. Because Danestar was just almighty in Bahrain. It was just yeah, very, very dominant. And so I think Liam can only do is going for a different strategy, and you see now he's going on the medium compound of tires, which I think on this track a lot of people are going to qualify on the softs, because the ultra softs is just the tire that you don't want to be on, because they're going to wear out after 4 laps and tight temps, and after that it's going to be tremendous. And of course the softs, you know, we don't use the supers, you're going to skip a compound, so it's extra hard to maybe getting used to it. So, and I think a lot of the drivers are going to qualify on the soft compound tires.
Yeah, definitely. As you mentioned, tyres are going to be key here. Just following Liam through this turn 13, how difficult is this corner, Sean, particularly when you're on worn tyres?
It is actually very difficult. You have to be so gently on the tires that you actually don't want to spin out. So even though I think with worn softs in particular, this corner is actually very, very tricky. And even when your tires are not up to temperature as well, can this corner very tricky. So Liam, and I think also any other drivers, has to get that corner right. So he's gonna board with gear, and he already putting the ball out of the way. So very nice start to the beginning of the lap. So we're going through turn 1. You know, just I always say, let the engine do the braking for you. So just shifting down through the gears, let the car do its work. Also known as the Max Chilton sector. Going second gear, and on a medium it is very hard to warm the tires. So shifting on it, I think it's turn 4, I believe, you know, just hard braking point. Just also easy to lock up there. So just have to be careful there as well. And then this left-right corner is actually one of my favorites on this track. Just full throttle there and then shift it a little bit. So actually a very nice corner indeed. And this one is also tricky if you shift up too early and put on the throttle too early. You can actually be spinning out. And then we come to the almighty turn 13, where this actually also a corner that never ends, because you have to keep on turning right and you hope it's going to be over. So
Bit of slipstream here from the Renault driver as well, I think, Sean.
Yeah, I think that is the Haas of Ols, so you're getting a little bit one. And top speeds around here are playing 340 kilometers an hour, even without slipstream, so you can get here very high top speeds, so you may see some drivers with very low aero for tonight. And then this final corner is also a tricky one with the curve from this year's game, so you have to be careful. And this is the lap of Liam with a 1 minute 34.278 on the medium compound of tires. So.
Lifts off straight as ways to suggest he's perhaps not doing more than that one lap. The two Toro Rossos are very close together on track, maybe trying to give each other a little bit of slipstream, as I can hear fireworks going off outside. Whoa! And the only one phase, she just lifted off there.
He was not on the lap. I think he was not on the lap, and I think he allowed D-Boy Dan to get a slipstream. And he's also on the ultras. I mean, you can be doing that as well, you know, just to have a slower lap time with that tire. So
oh, he goes wide there, D-Boy Dan, so that'll probably invalidate his time. No, he's able to set the quickest time. That's interesting.
Yeah, I think we're driving with regular corner cutting on this track, if I'm not wrong.
Yes, that is correct. You are correct. So tonight is regular corner cutting. Of course, the stewards pre-decide for each track what setting they're going to run, and of course they felt that for this track it should be regular. But it's nice to see drivers pushing to the absolute maximum, and now the Toro Rosso getting out of the way for his teammate who only won phase. And we spoke about this last week. She did set a lap time, so perhaps she just lifted off there to get out of the way kindly for D-Boy Dan. But Gazaman also on a quick lap as White Eagle goes top on those ultra softs.
Yeah, I think some guys will particularly going for maybe the 32s maybe, but yeah, if you want to be on this track, then I think you actually want to be having that high of a lap time for the the soft compound of tires, because I think it's going to be pretty difficult to even reach that. So I think what Ols is on the mediums, I think he's on the 34s.
Yep, 34.662.
Yeah, I think it should be a good enough lap time to break it on the softs. Because on the soft compound tires, you need to be in the 33s.
What'll be interesting here, Sean, is some of the perhaps guys we'd expect to be outside the top 10. If they go onto these ultra soft tires, they're going to put some of the top 10 drivers who will want to qualify on those soft compound, you'd imagine, under pressure, because you know that ultra soft does give you grip over one lap, but it just doesn't last. Bookster on the stream as well, Sean, just let you know, saying you have a very sexy accent. There you go.
I mean, we're gonna thank Dainstar for that. So, as a bonus for my sexy voice, we're going on Dainstar on board with those medium compound tire. You see he's on manual transmission, so you see him going up with the gears, just in the max shoulder section. He takes it very nicely, just going not too wide in this corner. It is very tricky also to do that, and going up to the gears, very nice exit. And we're going here to turn 4, also a very heavy braking mark. And going first gear there is actually pretty surprising, but maybe for a better traction, so I mean, fair enough then. And then this section always my favorite, but I think it's not a favorite one if you have warm tires, because we saw it last season as well, people are gonna spin out there easily.
Interesting, Sean. Just to point out, the drivers who have qualified on the soft tire, you would say they're gonna either come out on a different tire, because the track's always quickest at the end of the session. So if you're planning to start on those soft tires, surely you'd want to set your lap time towards the end of the session.
And in other league I did that as well, you know, but I did it on the ultra source, you know, just but I haven't done fuel, and the ERS always very low, you know, so don't lose out too much. But people prefer to going through the mediums, because I think that's a safer option. And yeah, you want to have that lap time just at the latest, you know, when the track is fully gripped up. Then you want those kind of lap times on the medium compound tire, you know, or the softs. And Dynstick, it goes first with a 33.3, which is actually a very decent lap time for the medium compound of tires. So it will be very interesting to see if he's gonna put on the soft compound of tires maybe later into the session. Because maybe
Also,
he can break into the 32s.
his teammate, whilst you were on board with Danestar, set 4.5 tenths off of him. So Gaza coming across the line in 4th on those mediums as well. So perhaps them just running the hard. This would be the harder compound strategy that anyone on mediums will have selected prior to this qualifying session. So Toro Rosso gets out the way of Nick in the Mercedes. He's looking for a good result here tonight. And gets a bit of a moment coming out of turn 13. DRS slams open.
We still have enough ERS though, so I think he saved pretty much a good amount. So that's also a very crucial thing for this season as well, you know, keeping your ERS up to date, you know, just to even complete a full lap on this. So, and I think he managed that pretty well. He goes pretty nicely out of the final corner, and he goes with 33.0. Already pretty late on in the session. So also one of the candidates to maybe even go for the 32s on those harder compound of tires. So this could be actually a nice
Here comes
shootout.
Jamie coming across the line now on those soft tires as well, and he goes quickest with the 32.7. So he was feeling confident. What a lap there from Jamie. So just Rex and Jorit, the only drivers not to set a lap time. Rex is on an out lap, and Jorit's still in the pits.
And Jamie's already having a faster lap time than me on the soft, what I did in AOR right now. So this could be very, very tasty for what might be this session's gonna bring.
Yeah, he's done quite a bit of practice for this race, China. I know Jamie has. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see. Some interesting gaps there, but the tires are all over the place. Soft, soft, medium, soft, ultra, soft, 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 ultra, medium, ultra, ultra, soft, ultra. So a right mixture of tire compounds. Bet you couldn't say that 10 times fast, but it'll be key what these drivers that come out in the last closing stages. You would think drivers like Jamie and Nick, they're pretty much done for the session now, aren't they?
Yeah, but I think as well, you know, just they want to push at the absolute minimum, the absolute best, you know. So I think if we go maybe 2 minutes into the third session, I think drivers gonna put on all of the soft compound tires, and we have like a massive shootout. So I think everyone has, maybe have a chance to maybe even putting on a pole position, you know, maybe a surprise someone. And Jonas gonna be maybe first now with 32.5. He's
on those ultras.
He's maybe gonna find out that maybe later. Oh, I saw some rain.
See some rain. You're right, Sean. It is raining.
It is
raining.
It is
definitely raining.
So I think they have to be out immediately.
So Jorit and Rex here are under massive pressure. Rex is on a lap, but Jorit's still on his out lap. He could be starting last here, Sean.
Yeah, and he's also on the ultra soft compound tires. And this kind of conditions, the softer tires is not helping you in this kind of conditions. So I think the drivers,
Rex is struggling.
Yeah.
Hermie pops it in.
Put him in lap time.
To second, just off pole position. So it's a Ferrari 1-2 at the moment.
Right now. It is actually, yeah, it is actually pretty surprising. It's now raining, and I think Irma lost already the back end there, and he's still going.
Oh, Rex has lost it. Rex has spun.
Yeah, I think this session is just done. I think there's no way drivers are maybe going to improve. So I didn't even thought it was going to rain. It looked pretty. Yeah, there it is. DRS disabled. So Primeval and Jorit, they all are screwed up by the rain.
Jorit's going to try and continue on and get some sort of lap time here. A driver comes out in front of him as well.
Come out, and he's also on the sauce, but I think this is not good enough. Oh, there goes Nick. Oh, they tripped together in synchronize. That is actually beautiful to see. But yeah, so I think this set is now completely done. So I think Jonas and Ermi, the two Ferrari boys, which I even didn't expect, even with those different kind of strategies, are gonna start on those ultra slots and go for a 1-2. That is actually.
You have to say, Sean, as well, that driver like Jamie on those soft tires starting in third position is in a very good position. You've only got 3 drivers inside the top 10 who are on that ultra soft tire. The rest of them have all managed to qualify on soft, so they'll be glad that this rain's here.
I see now in the stream that Dangster, like, there goes my pole. Yeah, you can't get everything, Dangster. You know, sometimes luck has to be on your side.
So
Yeah,
this could be
Jamie looks,
Jonas's first pole position and a Ferrari front row lockout. So I can't even remember the last time Ermi started on the front row, but it would definitely have to be back in season 4.
I think it is, yeah, but I think everyone knew about that. The rain is gonna maybe come down very heavily. I think now the only drivers can do now is just maybe practicing on those inters, you know, because I think maybe in the rain we can see some rain conditioning. So, and I think for drivers outside the top 10, I think it's not that kind of a disaster. Even though, yes, you are outside the top 10, maybe no, but if it's just dry race all throughout, you know, you have like fresh set of tires, you know, so you always have to look on the bright side.
Look on the bright side. Well, there's no sun out here in China. This is, of course, the Podium tier, round 3 of our 12th season at F1 TS Hub. How time flies by, but Joret manages to cross the line, so he won't be starting 15th unless Rex comes out and is able to beat that time. A 2:05, just a little bit off the pace of the rest of the field.
What a lad. Just still continuing on the set of ultras, even though it's clearly Intus. Oh, respect for that dude.
So he obviously just wanted a time on the board, did Joret, but alright, let's run through the grid. So just over 3 minutes left in this session, and very interesting one here. It's raining. Will we have any rain in the race? That is the big question. That will really throw up the strategy. But at the moment, we've got Jonas on pole, Ermi 2nd, Jamie 3rd, Nick 4th, Danestar 5th, White Eagle 6th. Good qualifying from White Eagle, by the way. D-Boy Dan is 7th, Gazer in 8th, 9th is Liam, 10th is Stevie, 11th is Ols, 12th is Zeke, 13th is Only One Phase, 14th is Joret, and 15th is Rek, who hasn't set a lap time. Jonas has come out on those inters, so perhaps there is some rain in the race, and Jonas wants a taste of how the car, tyres and grip is going to feel.
Yeah, so Jonas is also now on the inters. You know, I think if it is going to rain in the race, then I think it's a good opportunity just to do some laps now in the rain, because you know, just the times are being set, you know, no one is going to break it, obviously, so I'm pretty curious how drivers are going to put it up if it has rain. But yeah, I think the big surprise, yeah, it's actually just a Ferrari 1-2. Even when it didn't, I think if it didn't rain, I think I didn't put my money, I think, on to be them just to putting a 1-2, I think, so.
Yeah, Ermi's been improving, hasn't he, with each session that he's done. What'll be interesting though is he struggled with his tyres last time out, overheated them, Sean. He needs to keep those tyres, and particularly the ultra softs are the ones that are going to overheat as the most. Those are the tyres he'll be starting on if it's dry, and you would have to say if the rain was forecast to be wet from the beginning, these drivers wouldn't have tried to come out on these mediums or softs. They would have just banged in some times on those ultras. Yeah. So it would suggest that the start of the race is dry.
I think so as well, but yeah, I always say it's Codemasters, so anything on this beautiful game can happen. So I think,
White Eagle, Sean, by the way, yeah, in 6th. What do you make of his qualifying? That's a good result for him.
Yeah, I think it is a pretty good result for him. I mean, the last couple of ways, I think it was not really going his way, but now 6th place, and I think for the Sauber team, it is actually a very, very decent result just to be in the top 10. And if you get a good amount of points, then I think Sauber is going to get pretty interesting. Maybe fight with for the constructors, I think.
So as we wait for this, yeah, they are at the moment. Well, just under a minute now for this session, so we don't expect anyone to improve. The only driver who can still set a lap time is Rex, so he is on a timed lap now, I believe. We wouldn't expect him to go quicker than any of the other guys, maybe only Joret. But yeah, disappointing, caught out in the conditions, maybe a bit of inexperience there, Sean?
Yeah, I think as well, but you know, even with Private, it is, yeah, I think he's not going to be happy right now. He's starting at 15, but you know, you have to keep your head down. You know, just the race is going to be 28 laps long, and a lot of the drivers not going to like this track at all. And we have yellows in sector 2 and 3. That is all. Silicon. I thought someone was coming, but yeah,
we'll
the
wait
time
for
is over. And I think sometimes you're gonna finish their lap time. And even George still continues on his set of ultra soft tires, and I think he even improved.
I think he's an AI. Yeah, he did improve his lap time. Yeah, I think he is an AI. Got in the way there of Rex actually. But Rex is coming down the back straight. Can he get the car slowed down and not spin it as he exits the corner? Oh, he's heavy on the power, but he was able to keep it together. A bit more grip on those inters compared to the dry tyres in these conditions. Very slippery final corner. Keeps his nose pointing in the right direction, crosses a line. It's a 148.1, so he'll actually start ahead of Jorit. So that was worth it.
It is indeed worth it, but if he's gonna be happy with that, that's a different thing. But yeah, it's better than being lost.
The rain came really quickly, Sean, didn't it? From when it started raining, it was almost within a lap. That was it. It was time for inters. Sometimes, obviously, you see it simulated, so it takes quite a while. But yeah, we saw there that was almost instant that it was time to go onto the inter tire. Jonas, our pole sitter, gonna come across the line, gets well out of the way of Jorit, and as he crosses the line, he's already got pole and a taste for that inter-weather condition.
Yeah, so it's a Ferrari 1-2 right now, so I think for the race itself, I think they have something on the ultras, but I think also for Jamie and everything, they just have not to worry about it that much about them, because, you know, they have on ultras, Jamie's on softs, you know, and those tires from Jonas and Ermi are gonna, yeah, maybe last three laps, so you just need to be with him just in 1 second every time, and then once the tire just dies out, then he's gonna pass anyway. So I think he has not to be that aggressive. And
close between the two Ferraris actually. Only half attempts separating them. So Jonas, Ermi, Jamie, Nick, Danestar, White Eagle, D-Boy Dan, Gaza, Liam, Stevie round out your top 10. Outside the top 10 is Olsen 11th, Dazik in 12th, 13th only one phase, 14th Rex, and 15th Jorit. So that is your top 15 drivers for round 3 in China. Hello to everybody who's watching. We are about to get this race underway. Let's look forward to seeing what weather condition we are in store for here today. As spectators, it looks a little bit cloudy, doesn't it, Sean? So we might be in for some rain.
I think it's going to be for some rain, but it can also be that the race itself is going to be very cloudy, so we may even expect to have a rain conditions. But also, I want to point out, Danestar is actually starting in the top 5 on a set of medium compound of tires, so he can go very long in those races and maybe even end on the soft compound tires, or even better, just the ultra soft, maybe in the couple of dying laps, you know. So I think we have to keep an eye out of him. And also I think Liam, and I think it was D-Boy Dan, he also started in the top 10 on the the medium compound of tires, so I think they're looking very promising as well for this race. But I think Jonas and Ermi made, I think, a little bit of a mistake just to start on the ultra soft tires. But I think for Jonas it's always pretty nice just to have a pole position in your back, so you have to see it from both sides.
Forecast says no rain. So that's what we're hearing from Liam, who's sitting on the grid, I believe, in 9th or 10th position. The two Renaults are in 9th and 10th, not sure which way round. But as the driver's ready up, we have our formation lap. The sun's not out, Sean. It's still going to be a bit cloudy, a bit cold out there. It's going to be important to warm these tyres up. Let's get our telemetry set up. Position changed for the start of the race, and we can see who's the big winners and losers. But these drivers that are starting on the harder compounds, how important is it going to be, more so than ever, for them to exit this first lap in one piece?
Yeah, China is known for being like having a chaos like in the first round, because it is. You know, when you are just starting your flying lap in quali, you know, it's pretty easy just to break and everything, but this one you have like more than 15 drivers, you know, just coming to the first corner, you know, and there's not that much space, and you want to break here as late as you're there, but at the same time you have your enemies just on your side, so you have to be careful not to hit it, and it is pretty hard. I think we saw it a couple of times that drivers collide and maybe having a big argument behind the scenes, so yeah, it is important to, I think, warm up your tires, that's first of all, so you not brake too late and everything. And I think, yeah, just keep your head down and not thinking that you already won the race in the first corner. So just take it easy.
Alrighty, well, lots of weaving going on in the background. Brilliant shot here. The two Renaults really weaving viciously to try and get those tyres warm up. We'll bring you confirmation then. The top two Ferraris both start on ultras. Jamie and Nick start on soft. Danestar starts on mediums. White Eagle and D-Boy Dan starts on ultras. Then you've got Gaza, Liam, Stevie and Ols all on the medium. Dazik and Only One Phase on the softs. Rex on the mediums. And then Jorit starting last on those soft tyres as well. So real mix up of strategies there. What is that? You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 drivers on the softs. 1, 2, 3, 4 drivers on the mediums, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 drivers on the medium tyres.
Everyone just spitting out here on the formation lap. I think that's not what you want, even on those medium compound tyres. I think with all days, the Zeke and only one fade, they're gonna maybe have a massive disadvantage right now, even though they're at the end of the lap. I think those mediums take quite well, and especially you need to warm up as best as possible. So we'll see what they can do. So, but I think for prediction for the race, my money again is gonna be for Jamie this time.
Alrighty, let's have your predictions on the stream. We'll wait for the 5 red lights to come on as soon as all the drivers assemble in their starting positions on the grid. This is round 3, this is a podium tier, and we are waiting for the 5 red lights in China. They haven't come on just yet. Here we go, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The engines are revving. And we're away here in China. Jamie's jumped the start, so your predicted race winner, he's going to go straight into the lead as expected. He jumped the start, big trigger, happy there. The two Ferraris, one of them losing out. That's Ermi going down. The Red Bull coming along the inside there. No contact. The other Ferrari going off. That's Ermi. So those ultra soft tyres, he's going to have to come back on. He's going to be careful here because cars are going to be all over him. The two Renaults are going to go around the outside. No one's spinning too much so far. Gazza's down 7 places. I didn't see what happened to him, but Ermi and Gazza, the big losers there.
Daystar, look out, man. Oh my god, he's taking too many risks right now. It is just the first lap, even though he is on ultras, but be careful, especially with this kind of conditions. But he is leaving all over the place, and unfortunately for Jamie, he has to serve a drive-through penalty in the first 3 laps, otherwise he's going to be disqualified from the session. And yeah, and heck the start, and I don't know what happened to Gasman. I mean, he dropped a lot.
He's at the back of the field, so he's not like dropped off completely. Everyone's still within a second of each other than Ermi on White Eagle. So we'll head back to the front. Jonas leads away. He stayed in his position. Obviously, Jamie lost a couple of positions. He can only blame himself for that, can he?
Yeah, also, and it is pretty hard, you know, like sometimes the refs can be too long, you know, and you can be by accident, and Jonas just completely blocks Dinosaur for going up the inside. Very nice defensive, and he's going to try to switch back. Can he make it done? Yes, he can. But also
Jonas went in too much of a tight angle there, didn't he?
Yeah, he went, but also he has so much fresher tires, Jonas, that he can maybe put on around the outside, maybe in turn 1. It is also to do it. So here we go.
This is for the lead.
It is for the lead, and I think he's going much wider, but I think Danes is going to shut the door. No, he doesn't. That is actually very surprising. Down the inside, makes a little bit of contact, but I think that's fine.
Fair and square. Gazza in the pits.
Yeah. And even though it does not really affect Danes' race, but it can maybe hold him up for some other drivers.
Particularly the soft runners, you would have to say, he might be affecting him. But he's got the extra grip. But it just seems that Jonas on those tires, when he needs it, he's able to put the power down maybe that's slightly bit earlier. But White Eagle as well, he started in 6th. He had a good qualifying. He's up into 4th, so an even better start to this race. Ermi, he just went wide at turn 1, and yeah, he suffered big time there. Was able to come back on cleanly though. Gazza, the only driver to pit at the end of lap 1. Not too many gaps appearing. Let's have a look at Rex and D-Boy Dan. They're going to go side by side into the heavy braking zone. This is turn 11, I believe, or turn 12, and Rex gets the job done. Oh, and there's contact between Dazik and the Toro Rosso. Toro Rosso goes down. It's D-Boy Dan in the gravel. Damage as well to the Toro Rosso and the Force India, I believe.
Yeah, and also looking at this, Nick go, no, not you're side by side with White Eagle, but he thinks very better for that. I think that's a good choice because White Eagle is on the Ultra, so he needs to buy his stuff, and Jamie goes into the pits to serve his drive-through. It is very unfortunate to see. but hopefully he can forget about it very quickly and just push later on in the race. So Jonas
DRS enabled.
It is, and now Jonas is now within almost a second of Danger. He needs to be that at the end of this if he wants to avoid the DRS of him. I think he still has enough of grip, but I think after this lap, I think his grip is gonna fade away, and yeah, I think he has to prepare for the worst, and he has to do a 2-stop, while the rest has to do a 1-stop. Or I say, you can do a 1-stop with the ultras, but you need to drag them at least till lap 7. And I don't know if Jonas can do that. If he can do that, then props to him. But
Army round the outside. Sorry, Sean. Round the outside of White Eagle. Can he get this job done as they head? They bang wheels. That was.
He's going round. He's going round.
As he manages to avoid the Renault. White Eagle continues ahead of him. Both Renaults go through. They'll be happy with that. Yeah, that was they hit each other at too high speed, and that was the trouble there, Sean. It was a wheel bang, but the angle and the speed they were carrying into that corner meant that both of them suffered heavily, and both of their tires are going to need a few corners to cool down at least. White Eagle still on the back of the Renault driver here on those ultra soft tires. Let's switch over to the tires, and we can see that Gaza, D-Boydan, and Dezik have come into the pits, and we can see that tire-wise, the ultra soft runners are soon going to be struggling.
Jesus, sorry, but White Eagle almost hitting the back of Steven, and I think after this, Danes, it's 36.9 already with a set of mediums. I think this lap is going to be the end of Jonas. I think. And there go. Hey, who was that off the track? I think that
was White Eagle, or no, that was Ermi. So 3-time world champion, using the runoff area and a little bit more.
Yeah, and he's also very low on his ERS, so he has to save a little bit. And also with Jamie dropped down to 11. I think it's not that really big, just 5 seconds behind his teammates, so he can push a little bit. He can drag his tires easily till lap 11 or 12 to make the 1-stop work. So a shame for him that he had the drive-through, but hopefully if he can get some decent result, maybe a top 5 or even a top 10 this race, then I think it's going to be a massive achievement for him. But I'm going back to the lead for this race with Jonas and Danestar. It's now 4 tenths, maybe now even closer. I mean,
there's contact! Jonas is in the wall now, the race!
Jonas is out! It was, I don't know.
It looked like contact from my screen.
It was contact as well, but I think it was so light, and I think Jonas was so strong in the start. I think Danestar just hit him a very slightly, and with that contact, and now Jonas out, which I believe, and I think we're running with full damage, I believe.
Yeah, we're running full damage, and Danestar kind of lifted off after that incident. He wasn't really sure what to do. I know he didn't mean for that to happen, but it has happened, and that's first and second in the championship, seconds out of it, and the first place man is in first place in this race.
But I have to be fair. I think Danestar could not really do anything about it, because I think Jonas was, I think, so struggling with his tires. I think he just lost the back end, and Jonas and Danestar was so. Ermi is out.
Ermi's out.
What happened to him? It is in the final corner.
So he struggled there on the previous lap, and we know he's struggling with his tires. Let's have a look.
I don't see him anywhere else.
I don't see him either.
Is he pulled up in the pits maybe?
Is it crashed in the pits?
I think he has.
Yeah, he has, because he started on those ultra soft tires, didn't he? So he must have crashed into the pit lane. Yellow flags.
It is in the pits. It must be the pit straight then. Yeah, it must be. Zeke is going 13, so I think he crashed on the way to the pit lane, and of course with Codemasters, with updates, we can't see how it happened. So
yeah, Ermi confirms on the stream it's the pit wall that took his car.
That is unfortunate. That is unfortunate.
3 races back, 3 DNFs, not a good start for Ermi.
That is indeed not a good start. Yeah, I just wanted to come back on Danestar with his accident. I think he could nothing do about it, I think, in my really honest opinion, because I think he just lost the back end, and Danestar was so close to all of them. I think he could nothing do about it. But also with the damage on this game, I think it is more sensitive than the previous game, because I think Jonas didn't hit that wall, the tie barriers that hard, and already his wheel popped off, so
could have been the angle. the angle that he hit at
yeah.
made the big difference in that one, but he couldn't continue with 3 wheels. That's Jonas out of the race. That's both Ferraris, so our entire front row is gone from this race already, and they only completed 3 laps on those ultra soft tires. What could have been for that team here today?
I mean, they could have maybe got a top 5, but I think this points finish, it could easily happen, you know, even though with the two of course, they're gonna be so much quicker at the end of the session, but it's such a shame that Jonas was just in a really unfortunate incident with Danestar, which again he could nothing do about it, and with Ermi just lost it into the pit lane, so just an unfortunate event that happened. So hopefully they can bounce back after this miserable Grand Prix right now, and hopefully in Baku they're having a better result.
Liam chasing down Nick now, so your top 3 is Danestar, Nick and Liam. So Liam finally having some luck so far. This is the most laps he survived in a race. I really don't want to commentator's curse him, but it has to be said that he's having his best race of the season. Really gains on the Mercedes man through there. So are the soft tires starting to go off, do you think, compared to these mediums? Which is the quickest tire right now, Sean, do you think?
I think lap 6, I mean, the tires should be more durable right now. Not really durable, but I mean, they still have to be in great conditions, because you know, the softs are not wearing out that much. But yeah, I think just Danestar, I think found his space immediately on those medium compound tires, and there we go, just 36.9 again. So I don't know, I think it's just, yeah, I don't really have an explanation for that. And also there was a team orders there between Jamie and Ols, because Jamie was in 8, but I think Ols let him go through, I think. So yeah, Jamie's now up to
I noticed that too.
So I think now, if we go with the lifestyle, I mean, Jamie is now 2nd in the championship, but the race is now very long, so I'm not gonna really jinx about it. But he has to keep his head down and still trying to continue on after this drive-through penalty.
The gaps aren't that big, are they, Sean? So
no,
so everyone should be still within racing each other when we get towards the last end of the race. We should really get to see what the actual gaps are. But just riding on board with Ols, by the way, you can see he's wearing a black helmet here tonight. That is, of course, some of the drivers paying their respects to Gizmo, who's had to leave the league due to unforeseen personal circumstances. If you're just joining us, we did, the drivers in the podium tier here tonight did complete a lap of honour in just to show their support to him, Sean. It was a really emotional couple of minutes as the drivers were all led round by his teammate Dazik, who, as we speak of it, is currently in 13th position. We're seeing change here, 2nd and 3rd. Nick goes down the inside.
He really cuts the corner a little bit there, but I think it's still good though. I mean, I saw him corner cutting, but not really corner cutting, but taking the curve very widely there at the beginning. So, but Liam still has not that position. But there he goes, up to Nick. Yeah, I think he has this one in the back. Hopefully he does not outbrake himself. No, he doesn't. Ooh.
Back end of that Mercedes wanting to come round a little bit there.
Yeah.
This is just helping Danestar though. 4-second gap already.
I think Danestar is gonna have this one, I think, again in the back, I believe. But I just looked at the gaps now. I mean, if you look from Jamie to Evan, it's just only 18 seconds. So I think after this, I mean, the field is still closely together. If you just look at the interval and everything. So
yeah,
I think all those one-stop runners have a chance.
They definitely do, and our our front row who are 2-stopping are out of this race. So Gaza just gets ahead of only one phase. So that is job done for Gaza as he fights his way up. He was the only driver to really have a major incident in the first corner. We didn't see it. We'll have to wait for his verdict on what happened. But his teammate leading the way, himself currently in 10th position, fighting his way back on those medium tires. He'll have to stop again, of course.
And there we go, Nick again with DRS. He was very low in DRS, so he has to save it a little bit. But Liam is in low mixes, so what can Link do about it? He stopped the car in time, but he goes too aggressively on the throttle. I think he's gonna lose his DRS. No, he doesn't. So he still has
just over a second.
Yeah. I think his softs maybe are now gonna start a little bit right now.
So we can see behind as well, the gap's come down between Rex and Stevie G. So Rex chasing down for that 4th position at the moment. It's good day so far for Renault if they can move forward. They started 9th and 10th on the grid, so we'll see where they're able to end up come the end of the race. But there's a long way to go, Sean. This is a long race, and Rex really starting to those medium tyres really looking more comfortable than those soft tyres at the moment. Jonas leaves the session. He doesn't even want to watch any more of what could have been 2 podiums and now a DNF.
I can understand that.
I imagine that one to be going to the steward, Sean.
I think with Jonas, I mean, you can do it, but I think I saw it happy. You know, I mean, he lost a little bit back in, and Danielson was so close to him. You know, like it's nothing that he can do about it, Danielson. You know, just I think he also had a shock reaction. You know, like what do I have to do? You know, so I think Danielson couldn't have done anything about it. You know, just an unfortunate circumstance that they came together in such that corner, you know, and give them the slightest step. But I think, in my perspective, it should not be due to Stewart. But you know,
here we
I'm
go.
not the driver.
Rex down the inside of Stevie G. Stevie G gives him plenty of room. Rubbish camera angle there. Thanks for that one. And Rex is gonna keep the position, you would have to say. Yes, it looks that way. Stevie G gonna get DRS though, so is he gonna be able to do anything as they head down towards turn 1? Not the best overtaking opportunity due to the nature of the corner that follows, but lots of different lines to be taken through here. But I think Rex has got this job done.
I think he has done as well, but Stevie still is within that DRS range, so if he can still keep it up, just stay in his slipstream and everything, then he definitely has a very good chance to maybe overtake him again for 4th position. And also, Jamie is closing up on Jorrit right now. The gap is now closed down under 2 seconds, so even though with his soft tire, he's still keeping up a very good pace, you know, and closing up on Jorrit for having 6th place right now. So his comeback is now truly on, and he's doing a very good job and as well. And Danestar right now just having a commanding lead right now over 5, almost 6 seconds. So
not sure, Sean, what happened there. White Eagle came in for his 2nd stop. He put on a new set of ultras at his 1st stop on lap 3 or 4.
Yeah.
He's just come in for a new set, and he kind of waited behind his mechanics and then jumped forward into the exit of the pit lane on a new set of ultras. So I'm not sure what strategy he's going after today, but that would have to be a 3 stop, or was there some kind of game issue there that's put him back on another set of ultras, or stopping his mechanics from changing tire or something?
I think if you just start on the ultras, I tested out, you're gonna get automatically by default going on the 2 times soft tires. So I think if he did it on purpose, then I don't know if he's gonna make that. Maybe for top 10, if he's gonna put on another set of ultras to maybe run down for softs. Maybe at the end of this, after this stint of his ultras, I think that's gonna be last 5 laps or so.
It goes past one phase, D-Boy Dan, sorry.
So I think he's gonna maybe going down for 5 laps on this stint, and then maybe going for soft at the end. So I don't know, it is a very risk strategy if you ask me.
Yeah, not sure that's the quickest way through this race, but let's talk about the soft runners who haven't stopped, Sean. What lap do you think we can expect them to be coming into the pit lane?
I think around lap 11, 12. What I did, I think it was lap 11, 12, what I did in a couple of races back in my other league. So I think lap 11, 12, I think that's maybe the perfect pit window for you to box, you know, and maybe not to lose much of time. So I think about this lap or maybe the next lap, you see drivers coming to the pits. As I'm on board with Jamie right now, he's in DRS range of Jorrit. He still has good pace on those soft compound tires. I don't see him struggling that much. So here he goes with DRS in hot lap mode. So what can he do? I think he's too far back. I think he's not going to make that happen
this time around. We'll keep an eye. Will any of the soft runners pit this lap as Danestar starts? Nick's pitting. Danestar starts lap 12. What will Jamie and Jorrit do? Jamie's in.
Jamie's also in. I think that's a very smart position, opening up exceed the pit limiter. There you go. A little bit conservative, but you don't want to have another driving penalty on your track. So
yes,
I think 16 laps is gonna be good, but I think for the medium runners they have to decide as well, because you can go a long way on those mediums, but if you go too long, you end up losing too much time and maybe affecting your strategy. So for Dainstar, Pineville, and Liam and the rest also on the mediums, they have to think about it when to pit, because Nick is now pitting and Liam has to think about it if he's gonna pit maybe now or maybe in about 2 laps. So the medium runners have some thinking to do.
they definitely do. This race isn't straightforward. The gaps haven't really extended too much. White Eagle on those ultra soft tires sets the quickest lap of the race. No one within DRS range at the moment. Let's have a quick look, and we can see that the top 6 haven't stopped. Neither has only one phase. So, yeah, Joret, the longest man now on those soft tires, other than only one phase outside the top 10.
Yeah, and I also looked in the comments that it does indeed box a clear contact with Dainstar and Jonas, but I think, dude, when I look on board with Dainstar on my screen, he went a little bit sideways, and Dainstar was very close to him, and he touched it a little bit. So, yeah, I don't know what would happen if it did happen, but yeah, unfortunately, it happens. So.
We'll have to see if it goes to the steward, Sean, and what they make of the decision. But for the now, we've got 13 drivers left in this race. Dismal day for Ferrari. They'll be scratching their heads with this result. But anyone into the pits?
Wait. Oh yeah, Nick has come out of the pits and. Oh, Nick, what?
Seventh place Nick came out in, as did Jamie come out in 9th place, so Gazza in the middle of those two.
Yeah, I think now maybe these tires are now gonna struggle right now for the medium comparative tires. I mean, it's not really that much difference, so I think Jamie can push now very hard now with these tires, because they don't wear out here quickly.
So you got our Pinnacle tier, Sean, starting soon at 8 PM. So that is our middle tier F1 TS Hub. You've got Jono and Kieran heading that one up in the commentary box. So best of luck to them. We're hearing it could be a full grid over there at 8 PM. They'll still be on this channel, but of course myself and Sean are going to stay with you for this podium race here in China. They will again be racing in China as well, Shanghai. Great track for overtaking. Tough on the tires, but as Dainstar's showing there, Sean, he can go and set the fastest lap of the race after setting 13 laps already. Yellow flags to sector 2, D-Boy Dan. Where is it?
Maybe, he's spun there.
Yeah.
I think that's turn 5, I believe, yeah.
Yep, the inside wall.
Those old tires, 10 laps, and I think he started on ultras, and I think he pushed a little bit too hard, and then in this corner you can also lose the back end quite easily, and I think he just hit in the wall there, so.
Will we see a safety car? His car's just on the inside. The safety car would really spice things up, wouldn't it? You would say every driver would pit except for Jamie and Nick, maybe.
But I think for the soft compound, for the medium compound runners, they can maybe pit the sauce and then still go at the end. So if it was happening, I think there's no safety car right now. So
All's getting close to Joret, so Joret still on those softs. Yellow flags in sector 3 now, and All's right on the back of him.
Oh Jesus!
In the wall.
Only one face. Yeah, he wanted to do a 360, but he decided almost to hit the barrier, so that's not really a good sign. So yeah, that happened, and the Zeke is into the pits. And I'm gonna look aboard with Ols again in sector 3. That's for Silver the Zeke. So we're gonna ride on board with Ols. The overtake mode. So look at the closing speed. I mean, maybe go for a dive bomb.
Joret covers the inside.
It was pretty defensive, but yeah, not a really great exit from Ols, and so Joret keep his position. He's still running on those set of soft compound tires. He hasn't pitted yet.
So Perhaps he's.
Yeah, top 6
You would
has
say
not
he's
hit it.
definitely. You say he's definitely got to fit the medium tires. Surely he's not going to try and push this and go into the ultras.
I mean, if he can do that, then that would be a miracle. But I think he wanted to go as long as possible on the stint. But I think if he goes longer, then I think he's going to lose too much time, I believe.
Rex in third place, by the way, at the moment on those medium tires. So mediums top 4 at the moment. What lap can they go to? Only one phase. Has she recovered from that spin? She has indeed. So that was just cold tires because that was her out lap.
Yeah, that was she. Sorry for that. I mean, I still have to get used to that. We have now a woman driving in the podium disc. So sorry if I called you a he. Excuse me more. But yeah, I think it was on his outlap, and yeah, for mediums
Yellow
it's
flags.
pretty hard then. I think that's still for only one phase to let the leaders go through. So nothing that too much, but yeah, we can for only one phase that see spin out, but it is quite easy to spin out when your wheels are not up to 10.
Especially those those medium tires. What can Ols do here? He's very close. Sean, talk us through this one.
Yeah, he is now very close, going around the outside, and he has the closing speed though, but Joey can still stick it to the inside, but he is not doing that. Still leaving each other pace though, so still having respect for each other, but not a great exit for Jordan. I think Ols has this position, and I think, no, Jordan is still not gonna pit, but he has the DRS, and he's very close on Jules. What he can do, coming to the inside. Is he gonna get it back? Yes, he does.
Great racing between those two, giving each other room.
Yeah. Still going good, yeah. So Ols, I think, is pretty persuaded that he's not gonna get past George, and even though he's still on 50 laps all soft, so I don't know how he can keep those tires alive. But
just hearing Sean, someone on the stream saying, shout out to LFD. LJFD Gaming. Jorrit went to around lap 19 on a Thursday practice, so do you think he's going to be able to replicate that here?
I mean, if he can do that, then but yeah, then the choice is: do you want to go instead of ultras or mediums for those 8 laps, you know? So, but I think if he goes to lap 19, he loses way too much time, and even losing out on Jamie, I believe, for later in the race. So I think the best now to lose that much time is for me just to pit right now, you know. But anything can happen, so we can still ride on board with Ols. He again have the DRS. He has a little bit of enough DRS, so this should be good. So let's see what he can do. Jordan covers the inside, Ols round the outside. He brakes very late, but can he keep this? I think there was a little bit of contact, and the better exit from Ols is happening, and he gets the position back again, but Jorrit has the
Let's look at who's pitted.
Twineville and Stevie's pitting. Twineville and Stevie are pitting. What can Ols do? Going around the middle. Jorrit back to the inside. They still... I'm surprised Ols is not defending the inside, which is very surprising to me, but he goes back to the inside in this corner. Can he make it? Squeezing him in out. They still giving him lots of room, so great respect from those two drivers, but I think Ols has this in the back, and he has 3rd place.
What's going to happen down to this braking zone? Will Jorrit try anything? No, he thinks better of it. So let's have a look now, because a few drivers came in. So Liam leads this race having not stopped. Ols is in 3rd having not stopped. Jorrit in 4th having not stopped. So your race leader has come out in 2nd place on those soft tires.
Jamie, wow! Oh, they make contact. Jamie and Stevie has contact. So Jamie is going to let him go through, but there was a late dive bomb by Jamie, and I think
is there wing damage? I think there could be.
I don't see any struggling with Jamie right now, and so is Stevie, but that was an almighty dive bomb what Jamie did. So he clearly took some inspiration out of me. So not any good, but yeah, still behind Stevie, who has pitted on the soft compound tires, and he's just gonna get, I think he's gonna run away with it. And Liam is pitting. What can he do about Dainstar? But I think it's quite obvious that Dainstar is gonna get back into the lead again. Yeah, with a 34-2. And Ols still staying out though. What can Liam do?
Liam's gonna come out. This is gonna be close. All's coming
Ols
round.
has to provide for that, because Liam is still on cold tires, so he has to make the most out of it. Can he do it? No, he doesn't. Gasman pits. He's coming, I think, for a set of softs. And there goes Nick down the inside of his teammate, and I think
I don't think that was fought too hard.
No, I think they care more about the team right now than drivers, I think. So, but I think George has some pop. They go both very wide on those tires, so I don't know if there's any front wing damage with those.
He's obviously lost the grip on those tires. Lap 18 out of 28 here in Shanghai. Tires have been the focal point in this entire race, it feels like, Sean. That's all we've been talking about is tires and compounds and grip, and Jorrit really struggling to exit this long turn 13, and Rex, who's on those fresh set of softs soon, is going to be all over him.
Yeah, and I see Jamie struggling a little bit there. And yeah, I think now for all the soft runners, they're kind of balls away from the medium runners, so I think for Jamie, yeah, it is now too late to maybe even catch anymore Stevie now, cause and Ols is now pitting. So what can he do? I think he's gonna put on a nice set of softs. Definitely going to the end, and I think yeah, he's gonna come out pretty. I think 9th place.
What tire? Soft tire. You would have to say he should have maybe come in a bit earlier there. Was he losing too much time? Do you think?
He didn't lose too much. But on the other hand, he has now fresher tires, but the gap is now, I think, more than 15 seconds, and with 10 seconds, and with 10 laps.
Rex and Jorrit.
Yeah, Rex and Jorrit.
The grip difference here is going to be insane through this fast sweeping corners. This middle section of the track, you can just see Rex absolutely gaining on him.
Just look at this. Oh, it is gonna. I hope it is not gonna be a moment like Deinsa and Jonas. Just please no. Oh, thank God, it's not gonna happen. Anyway, he's gonna send down the inside, I think. Yes, he wants to, but he doesn't. So I think props to Jordan just for sticking out 19 laps on the set of softs. That is absolutely amazing to me.
There we go.
Oh, he touched a little bit, yeah, but I mean that was actually to happen. I think Jordan's gonna lose that backhand anyway. This is very old tires. Yeah,
is he going to try and send it down the inside here? You would have to say it'd be a risky one.
Yeah, but I think he better thinks of it, so yeah, I think Jordan has to come to the pits right now.
He does. So what tires are going to be? That is the main question.
It's going to be medium, because I think Ultra's going to be way too, in my opinion. But yeah, he lost a lot of time, so I think Jamie was even a lot of seconds behind.
It's Ultras
Jordan.
And a front wing change.
It's Ultras and a front wing change, so I think it's.
You're going to have to eat your own shirt after this one, Sean. He's really put your tyre strategy to end up penalty, but looks like, or was that just a bit of lag? But he's really able to look after those tyres a lot more than you predicted.
Yeah, and I didn't expect to him going that long on a set of softs. So yeah, 8 laps on a set of ultras, I doubt that. If I'm really honest. Even though it's a brand new set, but I think 8 laps, it's gonna be close.
He'll be lighting up those timing screens, that's for sure. Our Pinnacle pit stream has started, by the way, so they're getting underway in qualifying for our middle tier. Yellow flags in sector 2. Not sure who's that for. That is a Toro Rosso off the track. So on the sorry, no, it's a Force India. To Zeke.
Yeah, he's one off the track.
So
White Eagle has pitted again. I just saw 4 laps to go, so on the set of soft, so he can definitely go to the end. Weird strategy yet, but he's still in the points though, so he's gonna score if it's gonna be like that, the first point of Sauber for this season. So I think you can even be happy at that. Yeah, now the field has spread up, and we may see some drivers closing that gap down. Maybe for Ols as well, but I don't think it's really gonna happen. I think think we're gonna have maybe a battle, but maybe later in this race.
How if that incident goes to the steward's office between Jonas and Danestar, you'd have to say Danestar wants to get that interval gap out to second place as big as he can, because if he was to get a penalty for it, you know, taking obviously not on purpose, but taking another driver out the race isn't just like a extra pit stop or a front wing change. It's full on DNFing them. So yeah, he'll be probably keen to try and get that gap as big as possible.
Yeah, but it is like, yeah, I mean, everyone has, I think, his biggest opinions about it, but yeah, I think Danestar could not really do anything about it in that situation, what he has been with Jonas. So yeah, from my perspective, he shouldn't get a penalty, because I think Jonas was just struggling on the tires, because with ultras and then almost 4 laps, his tires are just screaming for help. And yeah, I think he lost the back end a little bit, and Danestar was so close to him that, yeah, I think he didn't expect that, and then he just tapped him a little bit. So it's just an unfortunate circumstance that had happened, and that Jonas out of the race, unfortunately. But yeah, in my opinion, Danestar should not be punished for that.
Alrighty, well, we'll have to wait for that one to go to the stewards if it does indeed. But let's talk about Jamie now, falling, the gap's sort of hovering 2.5, 2.6, 2.7 behind Stevie G. They made contact, you said. I didn't catch it on stream. What happened, Sean?
Yeah, I mean, Jamie decided to having an almighty dive bomb on Stevie, in which they both were all going out of track. But Jamie was very kind that he let the position go 2 again. So I think everything was just fine after that. But it was a big dive bomb here in turn 3 or 4. So, but yeah, by the looks of it, no drivers had a front wing damage. So I think this one should be scrapped if they are going to report it, because I think no one has front wing damage, and Jamie had let it go Stevie through. So I think there was not really going on that apart from the big dive bomb.
Alrighty, well, lap 22 out of 28, let's give you our order at the moment. Danestar leads, Liam in second, Nick in third, Rex in fourth. Good result for him if he's able to stay in that position, has to be said, Sean. Fifth is Stevie, sixth is Jamie, seventh is Ols, eighth is Gaza, ninth is Jorit, White Eagle in 10th, Tazik in 11th, only one phase in 12th position. Our 3 retirees are D-Boy Dan and the Toro Rosso, and then the 2 Ferrari drivers who actually started on the front row here tonight. And that is Ermi and Jonas. Yellow flags in sector 3. What has happened here?
Zeke is off the track and goes back on the track again.
So, the Force India driver not having his best day. Obviously, a very difficult day for the Force India team with the sad news that Gizmo received. Yeah. But Rex is getting that gap down to Nick, who is on 5 laps older, soft tyres. Rex could be in for his first podium here tonight. The gap is really coming down.
It is really coming down, but Nick, he still has fresh, mediums. 11 laps is not really that much, to be fair, but yeah, compared to Stevie, who has those 6 lap old softs, it's going to be very interesting, and I think we're going to have a lovely fight for the end of this race. So we have to keep an eye on this, and also Jamie is closing down on Stevie. There's now 2 seconds, so they maybe have a battle as well. So I think it's going to be quite tasty now at the latter stages of this race.
Yeah, definitely. We'll have to see how this one comes to a climax. Our pinnacle tier, by the way, as you mentioned, the stream is live. Qualifying is underway for our 20 grouped middle tier drivers. Danestar leading the way. Yellow flags in sector 1 and 3. What has happened there? Just sector 1 now. Can't see anybody.
No one is off track, so
not that I can see. But Jamie, getting that gap down to 2 seconds. So those are the battles that we got to keep an eye on at the moment. Rex and Nick, and Jamie and Stevie, also as well as on quicker tires. Jorit's on those quicker tires. The gap's coming down to Gaza. So as we head towards the closing stages of this race, we do have a few battles on our hands.
We're gonna have a few tasty battles as well. So I think with Nick and Private, but I think they're gonna respect each other. So I think there's gonna not be a controversial ending like what I had with Adams back in China a couple of seasons ago, when still arguably some things that happened, and that was when I lost my front wing there, and I was absolutely pissed after that. So hopefully that's not gonna happen. Hopefully with those two drivers.
Yeah, so hopefully we can keep this one out of the steward's office and on the track. A few battles here to resolve, but Dane Star, he's an interesting race for him. He's obviously leading this race. He's got a bit of a gap, one of the biggest gaps of the top 10. But what's interesting is he obviously was caught out in qualifying slightly, even though we thought he'd perhaps have the pace for pole. And Liam doing a good job there from 9th or 10th on the grid to be within only 11 seconds of him.
Yeah, and I think just Liam is now just on his own, He has a massive gap behind Nick, and he's a long way behind Dane-Star, so he just have to keep his head down, just cruise it home, and take some very important points for the Renault team, and having again a podium. Wait, no, not again. He didn't get a podium. Sorry for that. But yeah, having some good podium for the season. So yeah, so he has to take it easy, and maybe let them, Nick and Primal, fight each other, because now the gap is over 1.3 seconds, and Jamie closed the gap down to 1.6. So with 2 laps to go, we're gonna have a very, very tasty battle.
Yeah, let me ask you this, Sean. If you're in position like Rex, we're riding on board with him at the moment as we head down towards turn 4, 1.2 seconds, just trying to creep inside that DRS range to gain that extra speed down the straights. He's obviously pushing as much as he can. Do you think when you haven't scored a podium and you're trying to get your first one, and you're in a position like this where it's definitely achievable, do you think that it adds more pressure and as you see the back end sliding?
You jinxed it! You jinxed it, Nick!
I talked about pressure. That was pressure at its maximum right there.
Oh man, that is very unfortunate. He just downshifted and then just completely lost the back end, and thank God he saved that, but his tires are gonna get warm now, and Stevie is now right at his gearbox, or whatever you want to call it.
And Jamie not too far behind, so this will be really interesting.
So he's gonna let them fight, I think, so here he goes. He's only on medium bridge, now he goes, maybe the overtake mode, there goes Stevie. Lots of straight line speed, and there he goes, but Final braking very late, and there goes Stevie very deep.
Here comes Jamie, and he's gonna gain from this.
2.1 seconds, so yeah, the gap is not really that long, but he's going off the track again, so I think he's struggling now with those tires. We're going on lap 26 out of 28, and Primal just made this now very interesting after his drifting, beautiful drifts in that corner, and now he goes back again right, and Steve just going first grade. Yeah, so
perhaps Rex taking the best out of those soft tires. They both pitted the same lap, Stevie and Rex, and that can show you how quickly you can go from being the hunter to being the hunted. And on lap 26 out of 28 here, Rex is looking at a possible podium to perhaps falling down to 6th position if he's not able to keep his wing in front of those two Haas boys.
Looking out of it. Yeah, he's now going very slowly here, just not to drift. And Jamie's now back on it, 7-10, and yellow's in sector 3. That is for no one. So again, a lovely false yellow flag by Codemasters. Anyway, we're going back for this 3-way fight for 4th place. Stevie G wants to going back at it again with Primal after he went too deep in that corner, and Primal got him back. But now Jamie also has DRS. I think for him, he's gonna wait his time out. DRS, Stevie also has DRS. What can Stevie do about it? And he goes off it, and what a dive bomb by him. That is absolutely not how you gonna do it. And he is now front big down. His own fault. I think he could have probably rated better for this. And now he has Jamie all over him. And it was not a very goodly timed dive. And there goes Jamie up the inside, and there goes the 5th place of Stevie. So Jamie's now in DRS of Primal, so he's gonna fight for 4th place to maybe have a damage limitation race.
Yeah, Jamie, if he gets another 4th place here. Oh, Stevie just slows the car down, almost hits the back of Jamie there, so almost returning the favour a few laps later. But if Jamie finishes in 4th place here, he's going to be so angry because he just wants a podium so bad.
No.
And he just keeps ending up in that 4th position. So Rex, please, for the sake of our F1 TS Hub admin team chat, please keep that 4th position.
Keep that 4th. We believe in you. We believe in you. Even though I really want to see Jamie 4th after that drive-through, but I think he is gonna end up in a
goes wide there. That was a scary moment.
Yeah, he's gonna stay in medium ERS mode because he is very low on ERS. But is he gonna die for him in the later race? No.
Danestar started his final lap of the race, by the way, so Jorrit hasn't really been able to catch on those ultra soft tyres, so his strategy really not working out for him. Obviously he has moved forward, but yeah, not working out for him as he would have liked. The other battle, Ols is catching this group as well, but not so much so.
Too late.
Yeah,
too late, but
as I said, final lap of the race.
Jamie can get 4th, but I don't really want to see his reaction after he gets another 4th place again, even though I wanted to see, because good point for him in the championship, but I think he's gonna do something else to him if he's gonna get 4th place again, and maybe if he's gonna retire from that after getting again 4th place. I think it's gonna be his trademark.
Over in the Pinnacle tier, 1 second cover the top 12 in intermediate conditions around China for their qualifying session, so always so close in that tier. We've got yellow flags though on our final lap. There's gravel there, it's only one phase.
Yeah.
So
going, let the leaders go through, I believe.
10-second time penalty, so
really harsh.
Being punished for that. Alright, you ride on board with Rex and Jamie. I'm going to come across the line with Danestar. He comes out the final corner to take his 2nd win within as many weeks. So here we go, crosses the line. Danestar wins in China and extends his championship lead. Will the stewards have anything to say about his and Jonas's incident? Liam finally gets some luck. He must be so happy he's weaving. The Renault driver comes home in 2nd. Nick is going to come home in 3rd. And look at this battle. Can Jamie steal that 4th position?
Nah.
From Rex? I don't think so.
He doesn't want to end up in 4th place. 5th is good enough, Jamie.
Nick gets the podium.
There he goes, running right as usual, and he gets a lovely 5th place. Bangs it into the wall for celebration, and I think he can be happy about that 5th place.
Stevie in 6th, Ols in 7th. Gaza, obviously we don't know what happened at the start, but a good recovery from him from 15th. Jorrit on those ultra softs. He hasn't got a puncture, Sean, so you need to you need to eat your words, really, don't you? Yeah, you said it was impossible.
I mean, it is, but I think he has to save up a lot of his time, because I mean that's almost impossible to do 9 laps. But hey, I'm just a Dutchman with an opinion, so my opinion doesn't really matter that much. So White Eagle comes down on that straight, and he gets the first points for Sauber, and they're gonna be ahead of Toro Rosso in the Constructors Championship in 9th place. So what a lovely, lovely day right now by White Eagle. Comes down to the line and he can be very, very happy. Smack into that motor.
There we go. That is all your finishes. This was round 3 in China for the podium tier. If you're watching, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button as we get ever closer to 200. Podium celebrations for the top 3 with a bit of champagne. And of course, what another fantastic race. Liam will be happy to get some points in the bag, get his championship challenge finally. Jamie always always disappointed with that one, but 5th place for himself and 10 points in the bag. It's been an entertaining race. Tires dominating the entirety of this one. 28 laps gone, and we will head now to round 4 for this tier. But let's give you official confirmation of the results. Sean, I'll let you run through it this week.
Yeah, Danestar with a commanding lead, 1st place. Then Liam, after his miserable Bahrain Grand Prix, end up in 2nd. A fantastic job by him. Nick in 3rd. Again, doing very good business. Primeful in 4th, keeping Jamie out of the 4th place zone. So I think Primeful could be happy that Jamie is not finishing 4th. So Stevie in 6th, Ols in 7th after that pit stop, Gazman in 8th, Jorrit in 9th, and White Eagle points for Alfa Romeo Sauber F1 team. And then the Zeke in 11, only one phase in 12, and then the DNFs are Depoy Dan, Ermi 001, and Jonas. After that, ultimately little contact with Damestar.
For me, Driver of the Day nomination, I don't think anyone can argue with Rex from 14th to 4th on the grid. That's his highest finishing result at F1 TS Hub, so congratulations to him. Sean, that was another fantastic race by the Podium tier boys. We will be back next week. Right now, the Pinnacle tier is live. Later on tonight, the Prestige tier will be live at 9 p.m. So best of luck to all those drivers taking part in those later 2 tiers. Make sure you like us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Hit that subscribe button and enjoy the rest of your weekend. Sean, thank you again for joining me. All of our thoughts here today are with Gizmo. So best wishes to him and his family. And that lap of honor was for you. And Sean, we will see you next week.
Yes, and I will see you next week again for everyone.